Welcome to the On-Demand Orange News Update. I'm Ernie Engage, and with me as always is my field correspondent, Sammy Scholar. Sammy, why don't you say hello to the folks at home? Well, it looks like Sammy is still getting things ready for Mindtap University. So until we can send it out to him, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the News Update series. This is part one of a four-part series that will walk you through the personal learning experience known as Mindtap. Through this four-part series, we will explore customization through the course in ways that you've never seen before. Now we'll start with the most basic and move to a slightly more advanced version of customization. For part one, let's go ahead and explore the learning objectives to establish what we'll cover today. 1. Locate 5 Mindtap courses within your SSO or single sign-on screen that meet the needs of your territory strategy. Load these directly to your instructor dashboard. 2. Ensure that these courses have been loaded properly and create a section by clicking Create Course within each one of the courses that you've loaded. 3. Be able to move items in the learning path, as Sammy will show you today, to match that of a customer or sample syllabus. Do that, and you've met your learning objectives for step 1. Great. Now that we're all back on the same page, I'd like to send it out to our field correspondent, Sammy Scholar. Sammy's going to take us through some of these customizing features. Sammy?
Yes, we're reporting live outside of Mindtap University. Today we're going to go ahead and go on inside and check out what that Learning Path Navigator inside of Mindtap is really all about. Well, I'm inside of Mindtap University, and I've now got a chance to try out the learning path inside of Mindtap. When I go in and click on Chapter 3, for example, I can come in and see that I've got access to all sorts of different resources. I've got my reading assignment, I've got my quiz, my flashcards, and a variety of other resources. The great thing is that I've got them all right here at my disposal in the learning path itself, unlike those pesky competitors which require me to go through various drop-down menus and click paths just to access a simple assignment. Ernie.
Simply stupendous reporting as always, Sammy. Can you tell us a little bit more about what we can do to customize that learning path? Outstanding. Well, now you're wondering, how can I ensure that I meet the learning objectives set forth for part 1? Well, we're going to walk you through, as you'll see on your screen, some activities that we'll ask you to engage in to ensure that you are ready for the next 3 installments of the news program. Now, to follow along on your own, you can click here down in the footnotes, and that will automatically download your newspaper. Now the orange, our newspaper here at the On-Demand Newsroom, will not only provide you with these activities, but also give you some unique tips and tricks, and even some testimonials of how important this stuff is. Now let's walk through those activities. Step 1. Ensure that you open the Mindtap course list, and you can find this at cengage.com/Mindtap. Now once you've located the titles that you'd like to use, ensure that you actually upload 5 Mindtap courses to your SSO, or your instructor dashboard. Now we'll ask that you have chosen at least one that includes a homework app. And this can be the one that you use for your top targets. Now, step 3 involves creating sections. Now you can create those sections by clicking Create Course on your instructor dashboard. And when you do that, we'll ask that you provide the unique date range of 2/1, February 1st, 2013 to 12/31 or December 31st, 2015. This will not only allow us to track, but also allow you to utilize this course for years to come. Step 4, well, that's the step where we'll ask you to open the MindTap course and choose the one with the homework solution so that you can compare the learning path items with the syllabus that you've obtained from your instructor or from a sample that you found somewhere with one of your accounts. Step 5, well, this is where it gets a bit more complicated, but we're going to ask you to follow along in each one of these sub-steps. Match 4 separate items within the MindTap learning path to your customer syllabus and perform the following 4 actions. Step 1, reorder 2 or more items to coincide with the professor's syllabus. Step 2, rename 2 or more items to match the names of the professor's syllabus. Step 3, add a description for 2 or more items. And last but not least, add a due date for 2 or more items. Now, throughout part 1, we've asked you several times to obtain a syllabus from your customers or a sample from somewhere else. Now, why is this important? And why is organizing the learning path important? Well, as you'll see, one of the first things customers will likely do in MindTap is update that learning path to match their syllabus. So not only do you get to experience this the way that the customers might, but it also becomes a very strong talking point as you'll fully understand the process and be able to relay that to our customers. You'll also be able to show your newly customized course in future demonstrations. Now, if you've completed those steps, you've met the learning objectives and you're ready to start demoing effectively for your customers. You're also ready to engage with the next 3 installments of our news update program. Now, from all of us here at the On Demand Orange Newsroom, we thank you for joining us. Sammy and I look forward to seeing you on future sessions, and as always, happy selling, folks.